In the 23rd year of Joash, the son of Ahaziah, king of Judah, Jehoahaz, the son of Jehu, became king over Israel in Samaria, and he reigned 17 years. He did evil in the sight of the Lord, and followed the idolatrous sins of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who made Israel sin. He did not turn from them. So the anger of the Lord was kindled, and burned against Israel. And he handed them over, time and again, to Hazael the king of Aram Syria, and of Ben-Hadad the son of Hazael. But Jehoahaz sought the favour of the Lord, and the Lord listened to him. For he saw the oppression of Israel, how the king of Aram oppressed them. Then the Lord gave Israel a saviour, to rescue them and give them peace, so that they escaped from under the hand of the Arameans. And the sons, descendants of Israel, lived in their tents as before. Yet they did not turn from the idolatrous sins of the royal house of Jeroboam, who made Israel sin, but walked in them. And the Asherah, set up by Ahab, also remained standing in Samaria, Israel's capital. For he left to Jehoahaz, king of Israel, an army of no more than 50 horsemen, 10 chariots, and 10,000 footmen. For the king of Aram, Ben-Hadad, had destroyed them, and made them like dust to be trampled. Now the rest of the acts of Jehoahaz, everything that he did and his might, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? Jehoahaz slept with his fathers in death, and they buried him in Samaria. Joash his son became king in his place. In the 37th year of Joash king of Judah, Joash, the son of Jehoahaz, became king over Israel in Samaria, and reigned 16 years. He did evil in the sight of the Lord. He did not turn away from all the idolatrous sins of Jeroboam the son of Nebat, who made Israel sin, but he walked in them. Now the rest of the acts of Joash, everything that he did, and his might, with which he fought against Amaziah king of Judah, are they not written in the book of the Chronicles of the kings of Israel? Joash slept with his fathers in death, and Jeroboam the second sat on his throne. Joash was buried in Samaria with the kings of Israel. Now Elisha had become sick with the illness by which he would die, and Joash, the king of Israel, came down to him and wept over him and said, "O my father, the chariot of Israel and its horsemen." And Elisha said to him, "Take a bow and arrows." So he took a bow and arrows. Then he said to the king of Israel, "Put your hand on the bow." And he put his hand on it, and Elisha put his hands on the king's hands. And he said, "Open the window to the east." And he opened it. Then Elisha said, "Shoot." And he shot. And Elisha said, "The Lord's arrow of victory, the arrow of victory over Aram, Syria. For you will strike the Arameans in Aphek until you have destroyed them." Then he said, "Take the arrows." And he took them. And Elisha said to the king of Israel, "Strike the ground." And he struck it 3 times, and stopped. So the man of God was angry with him and said, "You should have struck 5 or 6 times. Then you would have struck down Aram until you had destroyed it. But now you shall strike Aram only 3 times." Elisha died, and they buried him. Now marauding bands of Moabites would invade the land in the spring of the year. And it happened that as a man was being buried on an open bier, they saw a marauding band coming, and they threw the man into Elisha's grave. But when the body of the man was being let down and touched the bones of Elisha, he revived and stood up on his feet. Hazael, the king of Aram, oppressed Israel all the days of Jehoahaz. But the Lord was gracious to them, and had compassion on them, and turned toward them, for the sake of his covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And he was unwilling to destroy them, and did not cast them from his presence until now. Hazael, king of Aram, Syria, died. Ben-Hadad his son became king in his place. Then Joash, the son of Jehoahaz, recovered from Ben-Hadad, the son of Hazael, the cities which he had taken from Jehoahaz his father by war. 3 times Joash defeated Ben-Hadad and recovered the cities of Israel.